Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. Hey, listen, wanted to spend about 5 minutes with you, actually maybe about 7 minutes, but let's go ahead and get into it. This is your first time to this channel, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm always giving you different hacks, different things you can sink your teeth into to grow your business. I may teach a class, I may hand out a pointer, I may show another way for you to increase your revenue. And what I wanted to do was, I have this tool here, but this is our Fomo of the week here. I wanted to bring this to you, and this is a tool called Sturppy, right? And there's about 4 days left on it. Wanted to kind of give you, this is a tool that I love tools. It's going to add to my bottom line instantly, right? This is one of those tools that may not add to your bottom line, but let me share the numbers behind it. This is a tool that you create business models and or financial statements in intuitive and simple platform, right? They give you all the graphs, all the things you need to know to actually grow your business. And what I was talking to my friend Chris, he says, Jenny, man, you have all this stuff in your head. You need to start documenting it, putting stuff down. And until I started doing that and started taking time out for my business, that's when my business started seeing this incremental hyper growth. Because I'm always constantly creating. I'm always creating, but I started to take time out and administer my business, look at my financials, do mind maps and brainstorms on other ways to increase revenue. So all of that I'm saying is, this is a tool that is a financial, you can build financial models and or you can build, you can look at your revenue different ways, you can look at your income a couple different ways. Now this is like he says here, making financial forecasting sexy, and that is what this tool does. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so do I actually need that tool? Let me tell you why you may need this tool and you don't know you need this tool, right? So let's just get to the bottom of it. It's 49 bucks. 49 bucks is all you need. You don't, unless you run an agency or something, they have a white label package for an agency for people and students that you're trying to train, which is the reason why I got a tier 2, because I'm always training and teaching stuff at colleges, and I want to be able to bring some of my students in and show them some of the financial models that they're able to do. But you really only need a tier 1, $50, right? You ever take $50 and turn it into, if you took $50 and turn it into $5,000, would that be of interest to you? Well, let me show you how you're going to do that. So this is a tool. If you are interested in seeing the full walkthrough, I'm going to point up here, and you should be able to see it at the top of this video, and or you should be able to see it in the description. So I did a full walkthrough on this, but I just want to give you this Fomo and this different. They're constantly improving this tool, and that's what I love about them. The founders and the co-founders are very cool. Hey, actually, I may try to get them on the show, but listen. So let's get back to the Fomo, right? So let me show you something about this tool. You're probably sitting there beating your head up, and what does this tool do? They do the financial forecasting and modeling. So let me take you to one that I've been working with and working over some different things in it. So this is one of the things that they can show you your statements, right? These are your main statements, but these are the key performance indicators, your runway, right? You know, your cash flow, your revenue, those types of information, the CAC, cash acquisition cost, customer acquisition cost. That's right. So you have a different ones that you can look at they even have evaluation of your business, right? So this is one that I'm working on. I'm still improving on it, but they're saying my startup is worth 75K. I don't know. I think that I have what's called goodwill, which sits on the asset side, which maybe a little bit more. I have a lot more sweat equity in it. I don't know what my channel is worth at that point. So this is something else. But let me show you what this tool does, and I want to get right to it because I don't want to hold you long. But let me show you something, right? And a lot of people didn't know this was even in this tool. So what if I wanted to increase revenues? Now, why would I want to increase revenues? Well, if you know anything about, I know in the US, the retired, what do they call this? The retired, they did a study on small businesses and why they fail, right? SCORE did it, right? SCORE, the name SCORE escapes me right now. But what they did is it's score.org. So if you're ever interested in them, I think it's a service for retired executives or something like that. I can't remember it right now, but let's just get to the point. They said 82% of businesses fail because they have cash flow problems, right? They can't increase cash flow, right? And 29% of them will run out of cash, right? So knowing your numbers is more important than you think. I'm actually teaching a class for one of the chambers out here, and I broke down some things in there. They didn't even know that. So let me show you one of the things here. If I wanted to increase revenues, and if I wanted to see what it looked like, I can go here to something like this, and I can say, hey, you know what? This is a revenue stream I have already, which is B2C inbound marketing subscriptions. What if, because I am thinking about adding something, but let's see here. What if I wanted to add a new revenue stream? We'll call that my retirement TV Plus, because I'm adding a retirement TV Plus system, right? So I'm going to call that, and that's going to be subscriptions, right? So I'm going to create a new revenue stream. This is after I already have my assumptions and all that, but now I want to increase my revenue and make my valuation go up even more, right? So you hit subscription. I'm going to charge a flat rate pricing, charge a fixed amount each month. That's what I'm going to do there. So let's look at this. Let's look at acquisition channels. I'm going to use all three of these: organic, word of mouth, and search engine optimization. What we're going to do here is we are going to say subscription conversion rate. Let's change that to, let's say if I can convert at 50% of every customer. Let's look at a churn rate. Let's look at, I don't know, churn rate is, you know, how many customers do you lose on average per month, right? So we'll make that, I don't know, let's make it 12%. Let's just be modest, right? So we'll lose 12%. You see how those numbers changed right away over here, right? These are the subscribers. And so what they're going to do is they're going to count. If I can convert 50% of every single customer that comes on, right? Then, and I have a churn rate of that. So my monthly price here is, I get 100% of the share. My monthly price here, let's do something real simple and easy. Let's go $5 here. And let's do a one-time price of setup. So let's do 12 there. Let's do 12. And so we'll put that at 5. All right, so here's what this does, right? And you can see here the churn rate, and this does these estimations for you, right? Because the pink is keeping up with your churns, right? So the churns, as long as I can get new subscribers, I can stay ahead of my churn rate, right? And the black is for the new subscribers, right? All right, so if I can continue to get new subscribers and I have subscribers already paying, right, then my revenue and or my business goes up. But let me show you the power of this tool. Let me show you the real power of this tool. Boom. You see that? They have a drag and drop, no code type of setup here, and you can play with the numbers here, and you can go in here. I can change acquisition channels. I can change churn rate from churn rate to churn rates. So I can just make that an S, right? And I can go back to it, see if it worked. See the churn rates, I changed it there. Okay, so you can make changes to these here, and you can also, but look at the power of this, and I don't want to hold you too long on this, but you can move these, right, wherever you want to move them, and you can change them. You can cut off the streams. When you hover over it, right, it creates a little X that you can break that up. You have your percentages here. So it's organic. I get 50% of it coming in. So half of those I will get 250, right? So this is a breakdown. This is what you can do. So my total new subscription revenue would be 4,250. So now let's go back to, let's do the evaluation. See if we can see that. Look how my valuation went up. I went from 75,000 startup value to 277,000. Now my company is making money. So if you looked at this earlier, you can go back and look at the tape. I started out with 75,000. I want to see what will happen, right? And I can do all of my estimates. I can go here and say, man, what if I need a new revenue stream, right? Look at the new revenue stream here. So the purple, we can see how profitable the purple could be, right? And then this was already what I'm bringing in, an inbound marketing subscription. So that's the light purple, but the dark purple is a revenue TV Plus. Just by adding one new revenue stream, And again, I'm only charging $5 a month for it. If I can keep my churn rate down, I can keep people from canceling the service by putting out good content and increasing that. That's how you make money in this business. Again, 82% of all businesses fail because they don't have proper cash flow. Let me give you another startling fact that you need to understand as I close this out. 42% of all businesses fail because there's really absolutely no need for that business, and they're not facing the brutal facts of that business. No one needs the service. And how do you know people need your service? Search engine optimization. Are people still looking for it? Are people into it? I don't want to do another segment on search engine optimization because if there's demand for your product, then you gotta put it out there. People gotta know that you need it. That they need it. So again, this was longer than what I wanted it to be, but this is your FOMO of the week. I'm just giving it to you here. This is a very powerful tool. I love it. I use it a lot when I'm trying to do evaluations. Now, here's the power of this real tool, right? And because I'm in finance, it's easy for me to do, but I'm able to do these for others. If someone needs me to put a report together for them, they say, hey, I advertise that I just added another service to my agency and says, hey, what I want to do for you is I want to do a model for you. Not only will I do that, I can go back here, I can go to the KPIs, right? Or I can go to the statements and I can print it out for them. Look what I'm doing right here. Look at these numbers. My cash flow is through the roof, right? Then you can go back and you can create and you can print out, like if I go here to income statement, did some numbers here, I can go here and download it and it'll come into an Excel file and we can study those COGS, cost of goods sold. What does it take me to get those out of the door? What I did was I added the new revenue TV service that increased my revenue, which at the end of the day increased my overall revenue, right? Because my income stayed low. And sg&a is you add other people, you add VAs and things like that. That reduces your costs as well. So it's always good to keep your general and administrative expenses down as well. Keep your low head down as well. So again, this has been Jenny Jones. I know it's a little bit longer, but listen, I'm giving you the power and giving you the juice, right? You can cut your expenses here. Got your revenues here. If I even wanted to add another revenue stream, boom, I can add another revenue stream or at least see what it looks like. One of the last things I want to show you is there's different scenarios here you can play out. I can create a realistic, I can create a best case scenario, I can do a worst case scenario, and you can run all of those. The power in that is I can have unlimited internal projects here where if I had 49, I would only get 8. But if I wanted to do it for someone else and I mastered it for myself and I wanted to do it for someone else, I can charge that's easily $200, $300, $400 right there. A new service you just added to your business. Hey, this has been Jenny Jones, trying to help you grow your business, giving you ideas and insights on how to increase your revenue and your bottom line. I got a lot of new projects coming up. They're already on my grid. They're already on my map. You guys take care. Goodbye for now.